What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Runway Podcast. I'm your host, Ganama Donsela, and at this point, do I really need an introduction? But I am back with another episode, and today we are sitting with another amazing guest. He really doesn't need an introduction. He is Sammy Mhaule, and he's the founder of Kicks Sportwear, and it is an amazing brand, proudly South African. Sammy's got a long history in business, SkyRule Twyst. We're going to speak about everything, and it's such an honor to have you, Sammy.
Thank you so much for having me. Wow, it's been a while, eh?
I want to laugh. I'm starting off more clear because I've known you for a while now.
Yeah.
But Sammy, do you know, Guti, when we started in 2020, that was like the first year of like SBR events.
Yeah.
And I reached out to you and said, Sammy, you were doing SkyRule Twyst, the sparkling juice, the grape flavor, with the twist and everything else. And I said to you, listen, can we please have like some, sparkling juice just to give our guests?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You were the first guy to just like, man, like, what's in it? Like, yeah. I'll give you 2 cases. How many? I'll give you 2 cases. Just like that.
Yeah.
You didn't know a lot about me. So I was feeling like, an underdog. But you gave me the chance. And I will always be so grateful for that. You even came to like a summit that I held where I even had Minister Lindy where you came and you delivered and you asked for nothing. Like, I'm so grateful for that.
I'll charge you now.
Yeah, now you'll charge me. No, I can afford. I'm joking. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I remember that day. I think that's one thing as entrepreneurs we need to understand that. We need to understand that when we start, we need to be able to give. You can't expect more from others if you're not willing to give, when you're not at the position of giving. So at that time, I was not even in a position of giving, but I said, the little that I have, let's share, let's make your event amazing, you know what I mean? But I had a blast, man.
I did too.
You look good, by the way.
I thank you. Thank you too.
Wow,
You too.
okay.
You do.
You
No,
can't
you
take
honestly.
compliments, ne?
Okay. Let me take it. Thank you. Nyabong. But ever since obviously, we keep tabs on social media. You've done well now. You're at Kicks. First of all, before we get into Kicks, what happened to SkyRule Twyst?
Wow. I think the beautiful journey about being an entrepreneur is, and I always say to people, when you start a business, understand why you're starting that business. Understand your fives, right? Is it a franchise? Is it a company that you're going to sell? You're going to invite partners? What it is. Define that from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And SkyRule Drinks for me was that company that I was going to use as a stepping stone. Once it's ready and good and well, I'm going to sell it to somebody else. And that paved the way for Kicks Sportwear. It made it easy for me because starting SkyRule Twyst, it was almost 18 months to 2 years to develop. You're doing everything yourself, right?
Yeah.
But now you've sold the other company, you've moved capital to the next one, you bring in a team, it makes it easy. It makes easy for your journey as well as your vision, because I honestly believe that I'm destined for greater things, and I have a passion for creating products that are from Africa to the world.
Yeah.
And for the last couple of days, I've been doing exactly that.
Yeah. And you were in London a couple of weeks ago. People must know.
London was amazing, hey? And I think it was part of, pleasure and work at the same time, and a dream came true.
Oh, for real?
A dream came true, a dream came true.
I always knew it. Remember, I think you once told me, Guti, before you started Kicks Sportswear, you went to the UK. And then you came, no. Before you started SkyRule Twyst, you went to the UK and then you came back the side and you started SkyRule. So that's like the same thing. What's happening in UK where you go there and then you...
So I lived in the UK for a good 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But part of that, initially I went there to work. And I found out that property is really, really doing well in the UK. So I learned property, right? Then I got into property. Then I started to buy my first one, the second one, the third one. when I was on number 9, recession happened in the UK. Lost everything, then I returned back to South Africa. And I think this is where I knew that, that's where my greatest foundation is. I started my business at the age of 14, I know the four corners of this country like anything else, And I came back almost with nothing, then you're literally starting from the ground. And keep it in mind that your friends or your peers, they're asking what happened. We're expecting that sports car, the house, this and that and that. You've been in the UK for 10 years.
Yeah.
And for me, it was very simple. It's my journey. And if I've lost it all, if I've made it, I can do it all again, And I feel that sometimes we don't have to explain ourselves to people. We just carry so much load unnecessarily in wanting to explain to people. And I started another business. That was the first one, which was SkyRule Drinks.
And also that you started from the ground up, and then it was in Pick and Pays, it was in Checkers, it was in. Is that brand still around? Like,
It
did
is.
they? Is it?
When it was sold, their vision was very clear because they wanted to keep it as a hospitality brand, and their strategy was not retail, right?
Oh, I see.
But I'm a retail person. And I still have that communication with the likes of Pick and Pay. We've got a good relationship, and they keep on talking about when are you bringing a product.
Yeah. For real.
I'm so in love with Kicks.
Yeah.
It makes it so impossible, and time in the day does not necessarily allow. And there are people that would talk about multiple revenue streams, which I do believe in, right? But I'm one individual that focus on one thing and do it so well, and make sure that the revenue that comes from there, it literally gets distributed to those many pods.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't focus on many things at the same time. I'm not that smart.
Yeah.
I'm not like you.
I mean, you're smart enough to say, which I need to go deeper on one thing. We were actually having this conversation earlier today. Which rather go deeper on one thing than do a lot of things just in jail, like on the surface.
You can, what it is for me is to create that one thing, but within that one thing, have different pockets. You know that you're not waiting 2 years to receive a revenue or profit, but you know that part of this business is phase 1, it's already giving you money in 3 months' time. Then the next phase, you're going to earn a salary, you build it that way. It's still part of the multiple revenue stream within one business, but your focus is in one can instead of you starting
this
100
and that
businesses, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah. What car are you driving now? I'm joking.
I use an Uber.
Do you, for real?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough. I use an Uber too, by the way.
Do you know one thing about using an Uber? It saves time. And that's one thing that people don't realize.
I get what you're saying.
If you plan it in advance,
it
will save you a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I enjoy Uber.
Do you? I couldn't drive with slash, so I'm just asking, okay? I'm joking, but I'm always touched by really, like, I'm touched by humility.
Yeah.
I think it's because maybe earlier in life I didn't maybe experience that. I don't know why. I'm still searching, okay? God. I'm still trying to be self-aware, okay? But I'm always so drawn to people that are so humble. People like you, Sammy. You didn't have to donate and sponsor my drinks for my event. You don't have to come and speak there for free. You don't have to do all these things. And I'm saying that to say, what do you think then is like the recipe? Because I don't want to say. I want it to come from you, Guti. What do you think the key things are to make it in business, especially from you? I mean, you started from the ground up, and it's like you keep doing that, and you still have that resilience to keep doing that. So, what does it really take? Is it resilience? Is it what is it? What does it take?
Resilience is just oversold. I'm joking.
What is it? Also, what is it then? I'm curious. Good to hear.
So I think for me, it's purpose, the alignment of understanding right to war, why you're starting a business, who are you as an individual, right? Then you then throw in a little bit of elements. For me, it's consistent, being clear, and focus on my goals. right? And I always say to people, if you can have your little 3 C's, that you can, use them every day, apply them every day, and it works, And when I talk about right to war, I always refer to a soldier that's going to Iraq, right? Before you even do anything, you almost like look at your outlook to life, look at your purpose to life, and you study your enemy. You almost take your weapons, you take time into landing in that country. By the time that you land, you understand who you're facing, right? Nothing comes by surprise.
Yeah.
You've looked at all these tactics. You've literally studied your enemy. And for me, is that purpose that connects me to everything that I do, and that allows me to be grounded, that allows me to understand that we're human first before entrepreneurship, before anything else. And when there's somebody who needs help, if you can do it, why not? It shouldn't be a situation where people are no longer reachable. We are entrepreneurs, we're not celebrity entrepreneurs. And that needs to be very clear why you are an entrepreneur. And this is one of the reasons I refuse awards that are not aligned to my purpose. You know the story why I wear black, right? It's for that same reason that I don't want to be nominated for being in fashion. Nominate me for something that is aligned to my purpose, something that I do every day, something that I'm passionate about. When I wake up in the morning, when I'm looking at that award, I'll be like, yeah, I've worked hard for it. By the way, we just won an award, which is a Champion Startup of the Year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, we did.
And was
We
it the
did.
SA Startup Awards?
Yeah, we
Wow.
did. And I
I
think,
saw that.
it was one of the awards for me I've been looking forward to have, because it's one of the body that literally put a stamp and say that you are on the right track,
Yeah.
And we've won so many awards, but you always have that one that you
Yeah.
want. And I'm glad I've ticked that one off.
You've ticked that one,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was going to say, Velo, you've won awards. You have won awards.
It's not the same. It's like
not the
having
same.
kids. Yeah.
It's like having kids.
Yeah.
The kids are not the same.
Apparently, your first one, you are over the moon. The second one, you're like, you're a spare. You're like, where? You know what I mean? So, it's not the same.
It's not the same,
Yeah,
ne?
no, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But that was one award that I really, really wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, being a guy that's basically, like you said, you wear black, you're not kind of like umuntu who wants to show off or, be seen for fashion or whatever. You are literally in the fashion business.
Yeah.
I mean, like right now, you're wearing like a beautiful pair of like red kicks.
Thank you.
Do you know how nice they are? I actually asked you, Karisemi, why don't you bring
Yeah.
like a pair for me? Because like, wow.
Wow. These are icons, Kicks icons.
Yeah.
They're coming out in May. And the inspiration behind this range was as it is. I came up with this range, it was June 16. And it was a moment that flashed before my eyes. I was like, how can I translate the history through a sneaker, right? And how would it look like? How do I celebrate the icons? Hence the name Kicks Icons, And we're telling a story of icons that have fallen, that have fought for our country, and we will unfold that story for each color, for each box, why it was designed that way. And in fact, the box for it, if you look at it, you'll be like, Kicks on.
Yeah.
But
wow.
we've done it upside down because we want a person to be intrigued and literally think why we've come up with this range.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was June 16.
Last year.
Last year, yes.
Yeah. How long have you been in the Kicks business now?
Yeah, Kicks has literally turned 2 years last year. But the interception of Kicks was almost 2 years itself.
Yeah.
Because you don't wake up and just start a business.
Yeah.
You have to do a lot of homework, your right to war. You need to understand all of that. And officially, we celebrated our second birthday last year. And I was so humble that not many businesses get to 2 years.
Yeah.
And more importantly, I started Kicks through COVID-19, When I was looking online, people are exercising, they're doing that and that. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I've been working on this business model for a long time. And the inspiration for me was very simple. We don't have a sports brand that is from Africa to the world.
Yeah.
We've got over 15 sports brands that are from abroad that are selling in our country. But why can we not have our sports brand
Yeah.
that literally tells our story, reflecting everything that we are? And what I wanted to do with Kicks was to allow a consumer or an end user to transition through the journey with our product, be able to use it in the morning. Mom is dropping kids to school, you're going to class or you're going to work, they're still comfortable to wear.
Yeah.
You're going to gym, they're still comfortable with similar pair, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
The only difference is maybe you might change colors, but the same pair, you can use it for whatever occasion. That's so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just another sneaker brand. It's not just another.
Listen,
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
you know what it is? For me, I always challenge people that we need more sneaker brands. I'm the
Yeah.
opposite, right?
Yeah.
We need more sneaker brands because I struggle that why do we say it's enough when you've got 4 or 5 or 6,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You've got literally 20 that are from abroad. They still make money, and
They all
all
make
of
money,
them,
yeah.
right? We support them, And if we can have more local brands that are doing the same, and we employ people, we create our retail models. I mean, the
Yeah.
pie is big enough for everyone.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all can do it.
Yeah.
For me, there's no competition.
Love it,
we
love
just
it.
need to support each other. That's it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
love that.
clear about that.
You're clear
Yeah.
about that, yeah.
You don't like sneaker brands?
No, not that I don't like sneaker brands.
Yeah.
It's just that I guess it's something new. It's something that we're seeing, in South Africa that, there's, you can have this brand and that brand and that brand. And it's our own people doing it. So I guess it's also the fascination, Yoguti. Why are these guys? Maybe there's something in that business. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Maybe now I need to go into sneakers. You know what I mean? Because you guys almost make it look easy.
Let me tell you,
you know?
setting up a company such as Case or sneaker brand, it's literally capital intense. We make it easy because maybe through experience, maybe through failure, right? You learn from that and then you press forward. But I can tell you right now that you need a lot of money. I nearly said another word.
What did you want to say?
I nearly said shitload of money.
Okay, well, I mean, we don't claim to be a Christian network.
You need
so-
a lot of money.
Nah, for
you know what I mean?
sneakers.
You do.
Yeah.
In order for you to build from one level to another,
Yeah.
it becomes a puzzle, literally, that puts itself together. And I think also the secret to that is to put a great team that will understand the vision, that will understand, why you're doing what you do.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it.
I can tell, and I love the way that you do business. I might not know maybe your strategy and the sessions that you have, even your team, because I mean back in 2022, I could just phone you and be like, Sammy, hey, now I have to via PR agency. Anyway, that's fine. I'm happy. I think it's you said it's the growth, ne? We're growing, we're evolving. But your way of doing business is you're so intentional. You're so like you. I don't know if do you know that about yourself?
I don't intend to do it, but for some reason, because of who I am, it becomes intentional.
You're very level-headed. Like, you're very intentional. You just don't like, you know what I mean? Like, just quick. You're not in it for the quick, And also, it Kicks, they've got, amapaka, there's like
Yeah.
nice slides. Is amapaka, they called slides?
They're called flip-flops.
Flip-flops. Okay,
How
there we
old
go.
are you?
Listen.
KZN.
Mpumalanga. But anyway, yeah, so you got flip-flops, you got school bags, you
Yeah.
got socks, you got like a nice a range of like sportswear, which now I'm understanding that it's also intentional.
Yeah.
You're not just doing it just to be different. You actually are intentional about
you
it.
have to separate yourself from the rest, right? And it can't be you know, it's similar to this or it wants to look like this, you need to be sure why.
Yeah.
And as I was saying before, that you don't have a sports brand. You get people that sells tights, t-shirt, but you don't have a company
Yes.
literally that's positioning itself to compete with the great.
Yeah.
And they're going to get a shock of their lives. They might have billions,
Yeah.
but we have the drive, we have passion, and they know how to
Yeah.
do it, you know. And we've put together a great team of amazing people. And our office, I'm a great believer of putting women first. And the funny thing is that every time when we do interviews, it's another lady, it's another girl, you
Yeah.
know, and I've made peace with it. That it's going to be
it's
an
gonna be
office for
ladies.
girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, yeah. And then your story is also very humbling. Your humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Tembisa, you know, some people call it the dusty streets of Tembisa, where there was not much really. But if somebody is maybe in that position or is trying to build something, what would you say to that person who's like starting from nothing? Because we there's the whole point of this podcast is actually to bridge that gap, to make people see that it's actually possible. You
Yeah.
can, from an underdog, actually, you know, do something valuable with your life. You can make an impact and you can make money. Although obviously when you're starting up, you know, we are very obsessed about the money.
Yeah.
But I think as you grow and you become on your level, I'm starting to see, it's actually also the purpose. It's also why. It's
You
also,
have to have clarity and being clear and
yes,
consistent.
yes,
You know,
right?
it's doing that thing over and over again, you
Yeah.
know, without being moved, you know. I think for me, the biggest thing is that I started my business at the age of 14, selling ice cream on the street of
Yes,
Tembisa.
yes.
And there was never an excuse, right? And it's the understanding and the knowing that hopes and dreams are not for a selected few, but are for everyone that believes and work hard on their dream. If you're willing to put the work, it will happen, you know? And I always say that somehow Kicks became a puzzle because I've never sat and made any excuses. Who came first in the market, who's doing what. We're brothers, we're doing whatever that we need to do to push our businesses, you know what I mean? And it reminds me of a story of a young person that came to me a couple of years back. He wanted to start his business and he didn't have money, he didn't have nothing literally. And I said to him, start where you are, you know? Yeah, but I'm living with my grandmother and we're relying on her pension. I said, start where you are. Look around, what's around you. You know, money is there. And then he left, he came back and he said to me, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, who carries money? Then he says, humans. I said, there you go. Find a way to get into that pocket without begging. And then eventually he came back and he said, I'm volunteering to help people from the corner as they come from work with their heavy groceries.
Yeah.
I'm helping them and they're tipping me, right?
Okay.
Eventually he made his 250, he bought his first case of SkyRule Twyst.
Wow.
And today that very same young person managed to put himself through UNISA, he bought himself a bakkie, you know? Is that thinking of not being lazy or waiting for people to put a seat on you.
Yeah.
If you believe in your business so much, why can't you invest in it? I sold my house and I said, I'm going to start my business. I sold my vehicle. I'm going to start my business because I'm not going to wait for funding.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to wait for capital because that process for me frustrates everything that I am as an individual. I'm a self-driven individual that I don't sleep, you know. I was telling my colleague Notland, like, so we're driving here, and I said to her, be ready to jump on the wheel.
Yeah,
Because
because
I'm tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I have a target, I don't sleep. I go for it. There's no excuse. We've got the same hours in the day, so why? We have to
Yeah.
keep on making excuses. We come from, all of us mostly, we come from in a township environment. None of us are special.
Yeah. So, Sammy,
Yeah.
I mean, throughout your journey, we've spoken about your business, and I believe you're still building. This is just the beginning. I think you're one of those pioneers that we all look up to. We all are like, there's something there, man. This guy has got this. I don't know what it is. This chutzpah. I guess I can call it, to just keep on. Doesn't matter the challenges and all of that. Now, it kicks is. You said last year you were celebrating 2 years, right?
Yeah.
When did you celebrate 2 years?
14th of October.
14th of October.
Yeah.
So, barely 2 years. Okay, I don't know if it was.
Barely 2 years.
Barely 2 years into starting It Kicks.
Yeah.
And then somehow you got embroiled in this Makadzi. Makadzi was supposed to, there was a sneaker manufactured, a Kicks sneaker manufactured for Makadzi, and you called it Kokoba. There was a huge launch. It was exciting. And yeah, I think was there even a performance or something, or maybe shortly after that she went and performed. There was a nice big deal around that.
It was one expensive party.
And then, like, what happened to that? What's the truth behind that whole contract, the Makadzi and the Kicks Kokoba?
Look, I think for me, those for me are lessons that you're not always going to get it right. You have a vision as an entrepreneur. You want to work with certain people, and sometimes they may not be the right fit for your business. But it's only then you find out that maybe I made a wrong turn here, right? But having said that, is you discuss all these from the early stage agreements, how the deal is going to work, and right, we all agree. And eventually, for some reason, maybe it's purpose, maybe it was not meant to be, it goes south, And for me, I respect her. I listen to her music, I like her, I enjoy her as a person, and I'm not an enemy. We just didn't work out in business. Yeah.
But then you're suing her for 8 million. You're suing her for 8 million.
You had to throw that one in there.
I mean, it's public. It's out there. I don't know if it's the truth or not, but it's in the media. This is what's happening. How are you suing?
The matter it's a public knowledge because it's in court. We are a business to make profit, and if we make investment, we expect to get a return. And if that return doesn't come, we have to ask ourselves questions: why it's not coming? Yeah. And I'm accountable for my business. Starting Kicks, I didn't take a salary for the rest of 2 years. I pay my guys first. I get paid on the 15th. They get paid on the last day of the month, right? And I take pride on that. And therefore, there has to be accountability on everyone that you work with. And you have to treat yourself as a business. And I always say to entrepreneurs, it does not matter how small you are. Invest in a good lawyer, invest in a good accountant, because you never know when you're going to need that individual. And I started with that firm that says, if you need us, it's only 390 or something like that.
Yeah.
I started with that small amount, you know?
But you had that liberty.
I had that to draft our contracts, to literally sort us, right? But then the person who was handling our account, they were leaving the company, and they said to me, look, I'm leaving. I'm going to start my firm, and I want you to come and join me. I said, I can't afford you. I can't afford your retainer. Retainers are expensive. Yeah. And then she says to me, look, just make sure that you pay me 1,000 rand. 7 years later, we're still working together. She's still my attorney, and she still represents our business. And more than anything, with the Kokoba deal, is accountability. We have to make sure that the revenue or the spend that we've put in, we get it back. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll leave it at that. And I only hope this is not the PR answer. This is the actual truth. Because we just want to know, like, so did you pay her and then she didn't wear the tacky? Or was the investment in the actual making of the shoe? there's a lot of questions. We've just got a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So I'm only hoping, Guti, you said and you've gotten to the point where they won't sue you.
Well, look, I think we for me at least, we respect each other, but at the end of the day, if you do the maths, eventually the losing party becomes the manufacturer, right? Because you put the initial investment.
Yeah.
And therefore now you're relying on the other person to come into party, to do their bit, and if that doesn't happen, you're literally sitting with a white elephant.
Yeah.
You could never be able to sell that sneaker without that individual, So you have to find means and ways to make it work. But I'm really, really excited that, we officially relaunching Champion X. We were supposed to release it last year, 16th of September. And we decided that, okay, cool, there's so much demand, but we're not ready for that because clearly, some of the financial muscles are tied in the other stock. You have to make now calculated decisions. We then had to move it forward to this year, this month, which is February. No, it's not February.
Well,
tomorrow's
tomorrow's February. Yeah.
We're dropping Champion X, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. By the time podcast comes out, it will already been dropped. So congrats.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Love it.
I'm really, really, really excited about it. And a friend of mine, Mashabela, is doing Comedy Under the Sun in Kempton Park.
On the 4th of March.
We're going there to support him, right?
How support him? How?
Listen.
I'm also having an event on the 4th of March,
If you had bought
Sammy.
a ticket of a VVVIP, you're going to get a good surprise.
Oh, for Mashabela.
Because we're doing the corporate Mikey, and for us, we want to create an experience for our consumers, people that have supported us over these years. We haven't celebrated our 2 years properly, that will be it for us. And we're doing a whole lot of changes. Our website is going to get a revamp, so we're really excited.
When I'm just saying, you like celebrities.
And 25th of March, you heard it first.
Okay.
We're opening our store. Festival Mall,
in the East End.
Listen, I'm from Tembisa.
That's good.
I'm from Tembisa. I had to start there and allow a Tembisa story to be told through a retail model. And I can't wait to see my peers that I went to school.
Just like interact with the brand.
That's it, you know what I mean?
Okay, you heard it here first, okay?
I can't wait.
Kicks Sportswear officially launching their first store, ne?
First store,
on the 25th of March. That's absolutely crazy.
I'm
but you're avoiding the question about the celebrities. I'm saying
Which
on
one?
the 4th of March. On the 4th of March is a big date for me.
What's
because
happening?
I'm hosting the Small Business Runway Expo.
You clashing
at
with Mashabela?
Nasrec. So I'm clashing with Mashabela. And I know this because there's a guy a comedian that I was trying to book. Who's going there instead of.
And you know when we agreed
coming to
our own
entertain
deal? Just yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yesterday was
Sammy.
Monday. Yeah. Yesterday we
I missed the chance.
Chile, we had Hodu Monday.
Ne?
And we were like,
let's do this.
You've been talking about it. The time is right. Let's do it. But more importantly, we want to drive an agenda of an experience for our consumer. I mean, last year we had a huge success with Miss Soweto. We were the sponsors of Miss Soweto, and it was huh? I'm acting dumb, eh?
I can see. I'm like, you heard me. Okay, no, man.
And I think Miss Soweto, we're going to do it again this year. It takes us back to why we started businesses. If we cannot support our own, that starts from there. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very much in touch with that.
I'm excited, man, for you. Much love. I've got so much.
I'm excited
love
for you.
I've got so much respect for you, and I think, there's still more. We're still gonna do more because we're in business. And so I think we should definitely open up open up the circle. Let's uplift as many of our people as possible.
I think that's what it's all about. It's not about you climbing and
Yeah.
then we kick the leather
Or the buckets.
or the bucket. Yeah, you know,
It's about
it's never
bringing
about that.
people.
Entrepreneurship, let me
Amazing.
tell you something. Entrepreneurship is not selfish. And if you find people that are selfish about entrepreneurship, they don't understand that journey. They don't understand why you were given that opportunity. Not everybody is an entrepreneur. It's only the very few chosen one.
Yeah.
And when I started SkyRule, I tell this story all the time, and sometimes people are like, "No, it's not possible." Everything that I do, it's either it comes in a flash that I vision, or it comes in a dream. So the flavors that I came up with at SkyRule, I literally dreamt them. Then from the two, then I started to have a brand extension. Similar thing to some of the range that we've created for this year. We do it Kicks. It's really mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you dream about it?
What, Kicks?
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay.
But there's a range I dream about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got you.
Which I think now, as we
Amazing.
sit, we probably have 6,
Hmm.
because we develop our range like in advance.
Oh, beautiful.
Some of them they work, some of them they don't. You know, they'll just end up in our showroom.
Yeah.
You know, but we do our development like fast as
Yeah,
possible,
yeah.
because we want to catch up with the industry. This is a very fast-moving industry.
Yep.
People like yellow today, tomorrow they don't.
Yeah.
You know, so you have to catch up with that.
Nah.
Yeah.
But you think you can sponsor something, a gift for our people at the Nasrec Expo?
Why
The
not?
Small Business Runway Expo. Okay,
Why not?
great.
Why not?
So
What do you
now
want us to
you
do?
uzbopile something. Let's give them a cash prize. These are entrepreneurs. 500 and a pair of sneakers.
I've got something better.
Or for real.
I'm gonna
Or
talk to you about
1,000. That's why it's 100, 500, 1,000, 2
I've got
grand and
something
a
better.
pair of for
I've
real.
got something better. Yeah, I think you know what it is for us. We've been working on our marketing plan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we're almost done with that marketing plan, but within that, we've left holes or pockets to allow us to have flexibility. To
Very
react to things that
important.
are literally aligned to our brand.
Nice.
But we already know what we're doing for the year. You know, we
Oh,
know we're going
beautiful.
to do Miss Soweto.
Yeah.
We haven't had the conversation yet, but
But you
we're
guys,
doing
it's
it.
in your plan. Yeah.
It's
That's
in our
beautiful.
plan. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So we're planning for all of those events, for all of our events, for all of our retail rollout. And I think the big one for us, it's the end of this year when we actually open something huge in the UK.
Hold on, the UK. Okay.
was in the
There's
UK.
so many. I know.
Yeah, so
I knew
it's-
there was
it's
business
definitely
involved.
going to happen.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Well, there you have it. That is all of Sammy. No, let me not even say all. This is just a glimpse of, Sammy Mhaule and the brand that is Kicks. If you want to know more information, we'll link everything in the description box. But guys, what's important is for you to actually share this video with as many of your people as possible. Make it go far and wide so that more people can get on the runway. More people can be part of these insightful conversations. I am super inspired, and I can't wait. I can't wait to know more about what's happening.
Why do you call it runway? And the people running.
Because before a
I'm
plane
joking.
takes off, it goes on a runway. So we are that. We are the runway. You for you to fly, you need
Yeah.
to interact with
And I
the.
believe that.
I believe so too.
Yeah.
So we are that.
Thank you
And
for
thank
giving
you.
us the runway.
Yeah.
I've had a blast.
Yeah.
I want to come back.
Yes, please do. Please do. When we launch
Yeah.
in UK, gosh, maybe we'll all go broadcast that side. Hey.
Why not?
Yeah.
The sky is
The sky is not even the
beyond.
limit.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so from me to you, it is absolutely amazing to have had this conversation with you, Sammy. Thank you for the time. And don't forget, guys, we are broadcasting from Mano Media Studios. Follow them, like their page, share, interact with them as much as possible. And also, this podcast is in partnership with Opulentia, a luxury perfume, candle, diffusers brand. So you want to also make sure that you interact with them and buy, share, tell your friends more about that these 3 brands are actually doing amazing things. So from me to you, it is nothing but love. Cheers, guys.